in heavy traffic, and to get you guys going. So let's go ahead and enjoy this. So whenever you pick up, you want to look out of your back window. Car's in reverse. You see me looking around, always look. Even though I have a backup camera, I'm still gonna look. And then I'm gonna put it in drive. Okay, I'm coming up to a main thoroughfare. I had to look left and right. And then I turn into the nearest lane. Always turn into the nearest lane. Green, always to look left and right. The vehicle is a 2024 Equinox. It's a great first time driver vehicle, really good fuel economy, very safe, 4-star crash rating. I would definitely recommend this for a first time driver, someone in their late teens, early 20s, early 30s. Sit back and enjoy this. We have some lines. The line to the right is the edge line. Good, I'm gonna get over to the right. Always look at the intersection, left, middle, right, and watch me turn in the nearest lane. Always turn in the nearest lane. The temperature's 28 degrees, so we could have black ice. So that's ice that you can't see. If you're gonna be taking your road test soon, you're gonna be going through your whole process, you need to look at this video. I have some really good content coming up. So we have to get into the middle lane and make a left turn at the light. We want to get in when the line is broken. Then I merge in real easy. Try not to cut the line. All right. This light is a protected left turn. We have a green, so we can go up and going real easy to the turn. Look where you want to go. A lot of beginners look to the right or left and we'll go into the ditch. Here is a cloverleaf. These are really difficult. You got to go slow going on and you've got to go slow going off. And also we have trucks coming from our brothers to the north, which is Canada. So we want to make sure we get up to speed as smooth as possible. This car does not have a lot of power, so I'm pushing the gas pedal to the floor. And you can hear the motor. It just makes noise. It really doesn't go anywhere. All right, I'm settled in the middle lane. And I'm gonna take my time, get set, see the flow. Then I'm gonna make a lane change to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. You can hear the wind. This will push the car left and right. Don't mess with trucks. Get it going. I want to talk about pavement markings a second. I have a lot of questions. We have the yellow line to the left. We're driving in North America, so my steering wheel's on the left side of the dashboard. We have 3 lanes. I'm in the left lane. The middle lane is the smooth lane. If you can, either be in the left lane if you want to move a little bit faster, or in the middle lane if you want to relax. The lane to the right, that is for slow moving traffic. We have broken white lines. This tells us that we can change lanes in any direction. We're all going in one direction. Going south. I'm trying to keep space. I'm trying to keep good speed. And I'm not trying to tailgate. By me being in a bigger vehicle, I can see more. Okay, see, they cut over in front of me, and then see, they're almost causing an accident. See that? That's failure. That's what caused us an accident, and that's what causes road rage. That driver did not have to do that. Dun, dun, dun. So that makes everyone mad. What I want you to do is learn from this person. Don't do things like that. That scared me. that probably scared you. That's why I want you to keep space. It's so important that you learn defensive driving skills. It's a nice truck to the right, nice rims, nice setup. I'm still keeping my space because in rush hour traffic, it's another nice truck. In rush hour traffic, you're going to have cars that are aggressively tailgating, cutting, taking space. I'm looking through the Jeep's window, the guy that cut me off and slammed brakes and almost caused a multi-car rear-end collision. I'm not mad, but I want you to learn. If you just popped in, this black Jeep in front of me just cut me off and almost caused a multi-rear car collision. So the thing I want all of you to remember, me being a state certified driving instructor, keep good speed, which I'm trying to. I'm at about 60. Keep good space, because cars will stop suddenly, and if you rear end someone, you will be at fault. And leave the attitude at home, even though you could be mad or tired. Keep my vehicle really centered, so I'm trying to have good lane positioning to the right, lane positioning to the left. I'm keeping about a 3-car space cushion, just in case this vehicle slams brakes again. They have a tendency to do that. I'm also checking mirrors. I'm squeezing the brake with the ball of my foot. And if you don't, you'll slam brakes really hard, or you won't stop at all. Black seems to be a common color, no pun intended, in terms of black history. But I have a white vehicle, so common colors are black, white, blue. These are common colors. But if you notice the space, I'm keeping space between cars. I'm not trying to tailgate, and I'm looking at the flow of the traffic. See the big trucks? They're staying in the middle lane. Thank goodness, man. We're at about 68 miles an hour. I'm making decisions. Do I get to the middle lane and cut over? Do I stay where I am? I'm going to stay where I am. I want you to learn to be a really smooth driver. We're not late to the lab. We have fuel. We have our breakfast. We're awake. So traffic is moving good. It's our job in the HTS, this is the Highway Transportation System, to drive smooth with the flow. I have both hands on the wheel, and that's the way it should be. The car ahead of this Jeep is holding us up. I'm looking ahead, I see a traffic backup, so I'm on the brakes now. Hear that noise? That is the J brake. Whoa! Hear that J brake? That's the J brake to slow the vehicle down. Man. Whew, my heart's pounding. That's why you gotta pay attention. That J brake threw me off, and then all of a sudden the pack of cars. So I'm not liking how this car is driving, so I'm trying to make a decision. Do I stay here and just calm down and just relax? Everything is okay. My heart is pounding. Either a driver's on the phone, road raging, aggressively tailgating. I don't think they're one with the flow of the traffic, because most drivers are, but I can't say that because every driver is different. Some drivers are under the influence. Some drivers are tired. some drivers are late, so it does impact our driving. So this is a lot of stop and go traffic, and this is dangerous for people who are type A personality, who are very intense. You're learning a lot of value in this, how to be a defensive driver, how to keep good speed, good space. You can tell that I'm looking left and right. You can see the car behind me that's kind of blinding us. So I'm looking left and right. I'm keeping space. You have to judge traffic, and if your eyes aren't moving, you're to rear end someone. So this is stopping on traffic. If you were with me, I would tell you, let's keep about 3-car space cushion or get to the middle lane. Everyone has some place to go, but it's our job to work together, and that's what I'm trying to do. We stay on this expressway, it would take us straight all the way past through Chicago. And on through the United States. Stay away from big trucks. They have more blind spots, the left side, the right side, front and back. See a heavy backup, so I'm slowing down early because we could lose our space cushion. Stay that with me again, space cushion, very rapidly. (1001), 1002. I'm about 3.5 seconds. What you're learning from me is to keep really good space. Be defensive. Don't tailgate. Pick a lane. This volume of traffic is really very dense. Man, very aggressive in the black truck. And what you're learning here is be that defensive driver. Keeps good speed, good space, and a smile. If you're an older driver, you don't want to drive in this. If you're over 21, you're like, hey, this is what I have to do to get to LA. This is what I have to do to get to downtown Houston, Texas. This is what I have to do to get to downtown Detroit. This is what I have to do to get to downtown Chicago. It depends on where you are in your development process. If you're a teenage driver, don't drive in this. You'll learn really bad habits. Aggressive tailgating, slamming brakes. This vehicle is an Escalade. This vehicle cost over $100,000. So what does this mean? Most people will probably drive smoother, take care of the vehicle, or some people are driving cars they can't afford. I'm not mad. So learn. See how they cut off the semi-truck? Don't mess with trucks. I have good friends who are semi-truck drivers. They say stay away from us. So I'm staying away from them. See another backup coming. How do I know I'm looking ahead? We're at about 57. And I'm trying to keep as much space. You can see gaps. They're flying, so they're either going to have to cut someone off. See how they cut off? Defensive driving. That's how accidents happen. Bigger vehicles like that, they block your view. This is a Mini Cooper, I believe. So people get these vehicles and just, whoa, hit my gas pedal too hard, the car jumped. A lot of people see an erratic lane changer. That creates a dangerous situation. How do I feel mentally and emotionally? I'm trying to keep good space. Thank you. I'm trying to keep good space. I'm watching the smaller car to the middle lane. I'm looking ahead. And I'm really trying to stay relaxed. See, they changed lanes multiple times. They've changed lanes 3 times in less than 1 minute. They are the most dangerous now. They are the problem. And now they're tailgating. So, from my perspective, we can see 1001, 1002. I'm about 2 seconds there, about less than 1 second away from the black Jeep. Let's keep in good speed and good space. That was 4 lane changes in less than 2 minutes. So they are late. That's an erratic lane changer. You see they're slamming brakes again. So you have to decide, do you want to drive it like them? Do you want to stay more consistent? Whoa, that's aggressive driving. See, there they go to the right. Look at that. That was about 4 or 5 lane changes in less than 3 minutes. What does that tell you about their driving style? We are not trying to do that. We are trying to be more consistent, be more aware, and be our best authentic defensive driver. It's not worth it. Now I'm going to get over early. Real smooth and easy. Be predictable. Just taking my time. I'm not worried about time. I left early enough. Fuel is good. Have nourishment. I'm going to squeeze. See how quickly there's Joe D. Joe or JD. You can get a customized license plate, but it can be inappropriate. Like topless. Keeping good space. Now we're in the right lane, so cars are going to be merging out in front of us. I'm looking for a blinker. Let's see. No blinker. So, driving error. So I'm going to be nice and let them merge out. This is the type of toxic interactive driving environment that you're going to be dealing with So no blinker for them. It's a common gesture that you need. Let's keep it space. This is in downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, downtown LA, downtown Dallas, Texas. There's a lot of heavy volumes of traffic. So now they use their blinker. And occasionally I let down the window so you can listen to get a sense of the energy of the traffic. And that will help you learn how to be smoother, more predictable. I can't tell you the name of the company, but I had a chance to drive experimental manufacturers' vehicles that are in pre-production, but after you drive these models, they will destroy them. So I had a chance to drive some Hellcats, Trackhawks, some Chargers. I had a chance to drive some turbo diesel trucks and cars. We would have to drive around the state, usually putting 350, 400 miles. You got to really love driving. And then, of course, people are trying to take pictures of your vehicle, and you have to put a wrap on them. And it's really a scientific process. So they told us, cut your radio off and listen to your car for about 10 or 15 minutes. And also, we had a pre-driving test. We had to parallel park. You had to back into a small spot, not hit the cones. There were about 100 of us. And then after the knowledge test, they cut 50. It's almost like an NFL camp. I had an opportunity to get there. Then after the knowledge test, they cut 50. Then each of us would get in the car. We would have to drive in a garage-like area with about 350 cones. And we would have to do figure eights, reverse parallel parking, angle parking, stall parking, and then a pull-up. So I was fortunate, I made it through. But those experiences I can share with you. For instance, that Tesla to the left. There's an edge line to the right, that's that white line. I have my blinker. We have to get off at this exit. So expressways have an entrance ramp and exit. Also, the stop sign to the right is for the service drive. And then I gotta squeeze my brakes real easy. Sorry, there's a lot of bumps. Certain areas of the country, they don't put a lot of money into the roads. See how tight this is? This almost looks like New York or Chicago. Look how tight all this traffic is. Very confusing. She waited till the last second. Dangerous. So this is a crossover. And I have to stop. So I have to take my turn and get up there and stop. And then I have to watch traffic to my right. You should be able to see that. It's really bright out here. So you do have to wear glasses sometimes, and you do have to pay attention. So they shot the gap. And then I'm gonna come up and stop. We're looking for blinkers. Let's see how many cars have blinkers. I'm looking for a gap. So I have to wait. And I'm just waiting for my turn or a nice gap. A gap is a space. Still can't see traffic, so I'm not gonna go. Going up a little bit more. Here's my gap. There's my gap. And then I accelerate out. I'm trying to stay in the middle. Lane positioning to the left and lane positioning to the right. We have some warning signs. School zone crossing. If you enjoyed this, support the channel. Bye guys, you were awesome.